Hey, okay. Welcome back to the Precision Data Analytics channel this late Thursday evening. We're going to try to move from EDA to what? We'll try to move from EDA to we're going to try to move from EDA to sales forecast. All right. Of course, we'll be using ChatGPT as we go along. Let's begin by loading our library. All right. We use this package here. Okay. Then we're going to use Babel. Maybe even. All right. And of course, let's go over here for a moment. Let's check our libraries. Let's check our connection string. You don't need that. Okay, good. So we're going to do a connect. Oh, let's mention this here turns off the message the messages, the non-error messages. Okay, so we got that. You did a connection. From table, okay? Go over here like this then. All right. Now there's actually a couple ways to do this. We could, of course, use duckplyr, but I'm not. I'm going to use a straight function here, okay? We're going to get rid of this. And even though this isn't necessary, order by all right. So this is a very simple. This is actually a DBI from the DBI function package. It's not specifically. Let's see. We're actually going to do this. We're going to do summary. We're going to do select. We're going to say sales. Select. Well, let's just run this and see what this gives us, okay? Okay, good. So let's do this. Let's just produce the summary quantity, comma, total price. All right. Good. But now let's pipe this to so there we got some summary information. Okay, good. Okay, so now let's come down here. We want to create a couple Okay, now we're working with straight data frames, all right? So let's call this simply daily, okay? We're going to say sales grouped by order date, summarize, let's do some price. Let's do count equals, right? Is that right? Let's just do this. Equals let's keep it simple, okay? Total price and rather than sit here trying to figure out what we're doing wrong, oh, okay. So let's just get rid of this altogether. Now we of course should have known at the end is what we're actually looking for. All right. Let's try this now. Okay. let's calculate. Okay. No, we're going to add this on the sales, right? We're just going to create a rolling average on the sales. Let's move average. And we're going to say, we'll calculate the average, comma, n equals, let's just say, I don't know, 14 the moving average, e equals simple, all right? No, no. I needed to create a new column, didn't we? Rolling. So let's come back up here, run this again, and run this again, and come down and run this again. Good. So this is rolling sales, right? Okay, good. So let's come down here now. Okay. Let's just add a geohm smooth here. Okay, let's do a 30-day moving average. Man, oh man, oh man. Let's say And we got, I hate to say, we got a lot of garbage in here, don't we? Let's do this. Let's come up here. Let's do filter. Let's try. Okay, that's much better. I don't know it's much better, but it definitely helps. So we're also gonna come back over here. Okay, and we're actually going to recreate well, how many numbers are we actually talking about for the first? Okay. Of course, you're on the background. By all means, don't forget to drop by and say hi, okay? Let's try forecast. Okay, so we got that. First thing we have to do, as you can see, is to create a tibble, right? Let's add this. Don't know if we actually need lubricate or not, but we'll add it anyway. There we go. Okay, so let's reload this. Okay, so now we got this. Now we're going to come down here. Let's try changing this to roll. Daily. Let's try word count. Just thinking. Well, this isn't very exciting, is it? We got a straight line. So Well, that's not a very exciting plot, is it? But let's do this. Let's do this. The trouble with artificial data, it has a tendency to it has a tendency to not be very realistic. I mean, because you can see that it's unlikely we had the same amount of cells every single week, right? Every single day or week, right? So you can see the REMA and the ETS is basically saying the same thing. Okay. Cells. Okay. Come back up here again. Ord average. So we did ord count, we did total sales. The trouble, again, the problem is, again, is that because it's an artificially created data, you're probably not going to see that big of a change, okay? Well, look at that. We did get something. Oh, we did get something from ARIMA, didn't we? Ah, that's interesting. This is average sales, right? So ARIMA does produce a little bit more, doesn't it? Huh, interesting. let's do this. Let's do 6. But that's short enough. What are we doing up here? How long a forecast? That's too long. Let's do a 60-day forecast, okay? Let's move this in a little bit more also. So if we narrow this down, oh look, if you really zoom in, you can see there is some volatility there, okay? Here's the ETS, here's the ARIMA. Okay, so there's our initial plots, okay? That's our initial plots. It's not perfect, but you can see we did get a little bit of volatility here. So essentially what this is going to say is this. Oh, okay, very nice. Here we go. Let's come down here and say auto plot, right? Auto plot, level. Let's just copy this. This could be a little interesting. Let's make this 75. Oh, okay. Okay. You got 2 levels, right? There. Well, the levels aren't very exciting, are they? Okay. Let's do this. Let's come back up here where the forecast actually takes place, right? And let's put this there. but the difference is tiny. Either model could be acceptable. Okay. So again, yeah, it's saying that they're both okay. So let's take a look at our models again. Now, as you can see, there's not a real pattern. At least not in the day-to-day numbers. Well, there's some volatility, but it's not like we have, weekends are big and stuff. So you can see a little bit of if you go really close in, we can see we get some variation in the forecast. But really, it's saying it's pretty. The forecast is going to continue as it was for the last 2 years. Okay, and you can see some of the numbers are already outside of the 95 percentile. So there you have it. Nice little exercise in futility, exercise in doing very basic sales forecasting with data that's not really particularly good sales forecast data because it's randomly created. But there you have it. Sally's Shoe Store sales forecast for the next 30 days. All right.